Chacin, and here's another episode of Songversation live from home, bringing you some music and coaching and inspiration and motivation and action and tips and strategies and tools and all you need to succeed in life. I can optimize your life and automate your business. I am a professional singer. I am also a coach for life and business, and I also a property investor. So with all this, I wanted to start this very first few seconds. Thank you for joining. We're live on Instagram, Facebook, Periscope, Twitch, and also, yes. Thank you so much for joining in. We're live everywhere. Thank you so much. And YouTube. So thank you, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Periscope, and Twitch for hosting these live videos for us during the pandemic. I've been doing these every single day except for Sundays and Mondays that I do other things. But here is my Songversation for you, where I sing and coach and I entertain you while I educate you. And I am happy to host you to give you this time with you. 1 hour on Saturdays, a long version, more like a concert format for you, so that you can listen to my voice and get inspired and transformed by my voice. And I'm going to start with this beautiful song that has always been dear to my heart. It's one of the first songs I learned as I was trained by one of the top vocal coaches for gospel music here in Boston. And it's called Give Us This Day, a version by Jennifer Holliday. Give us this day our daily bread. You said you would supply all my needs according to your riches. I have but to ask, and I shall receive. To go from here and share this love you gave to me, to show someone who's lost and help them find the way to truth and faith, so they can be free like me, Lord, we need your love. Oh Lord, we need your peace. Lord, we need your joy this day. This day, we're always asking for things, but we're actually always also giving our love, giving our presence, giving everything that we know. In my life, I give everything that I learn. I share everything that I implement, because I want everybody to have the success that I have, and I want you to live the dreams that I have been able to live throughout my life. We can give joy and receive joy. We can give love and receive love. And we can give our actions and our implementation, our to-dos. We have to be active every day to be able to receive also action back. Sometimes we talk about all the feelings that we should externalize to receive the same feelings back. But what about the actions? We also should take action and do tasks and do things to receive things back, like in action. A hand, a help, a task. Doing this action giving, we can have action receiving. And in life, we need more of the action and not so much of the feeling sometimes, because it's the things that we actually do that create results and success. I'm going to tell you this story. When I moved from Venezuela, a country where I was working 2 full-time jobs as a software engineer in an educational training software company and also in the stock exchange, and also as a full-time musician. I was working 3 jobs, earning only $200 a month. It wasn't because of the feeling that I got, the life change that I had when I moved into the United States and lived the American dream. It was because of the little actions I took. I called someone to get information about how to get jobs. I talked to people to ask them information about my vision. I had a vision of where I wanted to be. And then I started to take action on that vision. When you have a vision and you have a plan and you take action, things come back. You get results and you get success. It's not overnight. It took me 2 years after my original decision in Venezuela to change my life, to be in the United States with all the things in order and working in a software company. It took me 2 years to do that. But it took first a vision, and immediately it took an action, a planning, numbers. How's it going to be? Where is this? Where is that? How do you do this here? How do you do this there? It takes action, planning, and also research to make one step after the other. How things are going to unfold, you have to let that to the universe. You have to leave that to life. Because how things are going to happen, you never know. I never thought that I would be in Boston. But the circumstances when I arrived led me to Boston. And that is where I made all my wealth and my stability. My financial wealth and my life stability. And then once everything was stable, I had another vision. I had a vision to live in Europe again. And then I planned. It took me again almost 2 years to be stable and moved and have a new life, a new career as a coach online, full-time musician, a love life, beautiful place to be. I had everything. But it took a vision, it took some plan and research and resource. And little by little, I didn't know how, but it was going to happen. I didn't know how it was going to happen, but it happened. I just had to recollect all the resources, the knowledge. I had to visualize and plan and take action every single day. I didn't know anybody here in the United States when I moved to Boston. I knew very little people. I knew nobody. I knew someone through somebody else. I didn't know them. Somebody said, oh, talk to this person, but I didn't know anybody. Same thing when I got to France. I didn't know the language nor anybody. I got to know somebody during my planning, because once I decided, then I started to get information and take action to know more information and connect with people. So visualization, planning, taking action, and then connection with people. Talk about it. Ask questions. Ask for connection resources. You're always one person away from your biggest success. So this is a little story that I want to tell you so that you can take action right now. If you're in a place right now in your life that you don't like to be, it's time to visualize, plan, and take action. And this is one of the messages of that song. Give us this day our daily bread. But what is our daily bread? Why do we ask without making any effort and without putting the effort and the action and the planning and the visualization to get there? It's like saying, give me the bread, but you don't hand out your hand. I know that you're going to supply all my needs, but you stay quiet, isolated in your house. I know this is a pandemic. I know that you're locked in the house. I know that you have fear to go out. But if you don't overcome your fear, if you don't go out, you'll never get the results that you want. If you don't call someone, if you don't do something, educate yourself. I've been increasing my knowledge on every single aspect of business, on money, on real estate, on coaching, on life strategies, every single day. I learn about tools. I learn about live streaming. I learn about all these different things to create more content with images, with sound, with music, with everything. I even bought an instrument to learn, a kalimba. I'll show you. So if you don't take any action, if you stay enclosed, but even if you stay enclosed, if you don't do anything, if you just stay and watch TV and then do work, and you will stay in the same life forever. And when everything is open, when everything is allowed to be happening the way it was, it's not going to be the way it was before, but when everything starts to open and you're allowed to have your life outside your house, you're going to be in the same state you would have not changed anything in your life. So today is about motivation versus action. You can be motivated, but you need to take action. The motivation should be like an inner force that drives you to act. And you have to do it. It's not so much the feeling like, oh, I feel motivated. Yeah, but you have to act. It's not about listening to your coaches or listening to a podcast or listening to anything. It's about the action you take after. That's why when I do my videos for the Guide for Entrepreneurs, I always say that it's not about listening, like it's what are the 3 actions you're going to take after this video that is going to change. Every single time. You listen to something, you read something, you watch something. What are the actions that you're going to implement in your life that is going to apply what you just read, what you just listened to, what you just viewed? That is the most important thing. Little actions. It doesn't have to be a big action. Little by little, you can do one step to the other. Don't worry about how things are going to unfold. Life will give it to you. But focus on the end result. And even if you focus on one visualization, know that that is not even going to be the way you imagined. I was just on a different call with one of my coaches, and he was saying, sometimes what we envision is not what we want. It is even better. So don't be so attached of the things that you imagine that are going to have to be this way, has to be this way. It's going to be different. Every single time is going to be different, because in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, things are not going to look the same, especially after the pandemic. It's going to be new world. And whatever you're visualizing right now is limited to the things that you know right now. But know that this big thinking could be even better. When I moved to the United States, I thought I would live maybe in a beautiful modern place in Florida. That was my idea of the best thing, because that's the only thing I could imagine being in Venezuela. Oh, somewhere where things work, where the streets are organized, where everything's organized and respected, rules are respected, where people are more civilized. But in fact, it was more than that. When I moved to Boston, I realized I longed for this European kind of atmosphere around. And then I realized that what I really wanted is to go back to Europe, where I lived some of in my youth. And when I am in Europe, I feel the most in my element. I feel super good. So I didn't even imagine that I would go back to Europe, and even much less in Paris, where I didn't even fathom that I would speak French after 5 years of going back and forth between the United States and France. So imagine, I even learned a new language that I never even thought that I was interested in. My favorite language is German. Imagine, my favorite language is German. I always loved that language. I love German style. I love German technology. I love anything German. And I studied German as a kid for 3 months on my own. I paid a personal coach when I was independent to get language lessons in German, and exchange Spanish for German when I arrived in Boston as well with some of my German friends here. I loved it. I love the sound of it. And now I can't say I speak German. I speak French. I know I understand a lot, but I speak French. Nothing I imagined. And that is an amazing culture that I was immersed that I had no idea. And there are a lot of prejudice about that culture, right? They're arrogant, they're this and that. There are a lot of things that are true, there are a lot of things that are not true. So I learned a lot, and I love now the French language. I love it. I didn't love it that much at the beginning. I hated doing the sound. But I prefer the German sound. It's also a sound. But in any case, I didn't imagine that I was going to live all these things, but yet they happened beyond my imagination. So you don't know what you're going to have when you reach one milestone, reach another milestone, and you realize that after that, it's going to be an even better future that is going to be transforming your life, and it's going to be a reality at the end. So don't get so attached. So that's one of the things that I wanted to say about that. Another song, I wanted to sing you another song. Let me see here. And this time I wanted to sing in Spanish because this is one of my favorite songs, gospel songs as well. But there was a Spanish version that I used to sing for the community in the small chapel, in St. Francis Chapel, in the Prudential Mall in Boston. And it's one of my favorite songs to sing there. And it talks about if life takes care of a little bird, a little bunny in my yard, alone giving food and providing everything, how come you think that you're not going to be given what you need? Yes, it takes, you have to be available to get what you need. But life will always take care of you. There's always something. When you don't have food, there's like food drives everywhere. When you don't have shelter, there's anywhere you can ask for shelter. There's couch surfing. There's people that host people for free. So there's no excuse for saying, I'm a victim. I don't have anything. Life will take care of you if you are actually only reaching out with your hands. Just reach out, but you have to be willing to connect. And I know that sometimes we can be depressed and we can be fearful of reaching out because of judgment, because of all kinds of past fears and fear of success as well. But reach out. You can call me, you can call anybody. There's lots of centers and everything that are for free that you can access and you can get some help if you are in a situation that you can't. But this song is called His Eyes on a Sparrow in Spanish. ¿Cómo podré estar triste? ¿Cómo entre sombras ir? ¿Cómo sentirme solo y en el dolor vivir? Si Cristo es mi consuelo, mi amigo siempre fiel, si aún las aves tienen seguro asilo en él. Feliz cantando alegre, yo vivo siempre aquí, si Él cuida de las aves, cuidará también de mí. Nunca te desalientes, oigo al Señor decir, y en su palabra fiado, hago al dolor huir. A Cristo paso a paso, Yo sigo sin cesar y a Él todas sus bondades por siempre ha de dar. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. His eyes on a sparrow, and I know He watches me. Siempre que estoy tentado o que en la sombra estoy, más cerca del camino y protegido voy. Si en la fe desmaya y caigo en la ansiedad, tan solo Él me levanta y me da seguridad. Feliz cantando alegre, feliz. Yo siempre vivo aquí, si Él cuida de las aves, cuidará también de ti. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. His eyes on a sparrow, and I know He watches me. That song is very special. And if it really life takes care of the sparrow, if it really takes care of the birds and the bunnies and everything, and the geese and the fish and the deer and everything that's out there, despite what we do to the world, despite how we kill them and everything, we still are taken care of by a higher power. And if we are available, if you are willing to take an action, life will bring you everything that you need. But you have to reach out and be available. You have to reach out and take action. You have to reach out and do the things that you have to do every single day. It's not like something that you do once a week, once a month. Oh, I'm going to do this only on the weekends. It has to be a regular thing. It has to be a regular task that you're willing to do, to grow, and to be available, and to do the actions that are required to reach your goals. Like I said, don't let fear, don't let this pandemic paralyze you. Don't be afraid. You will be taken care of. If you take the precautions that are being given, everything will be fine. And we have been hosting all kinds of diseases in our bodies without knowing. But our body takes care of it if you have a good immune system. And how do you have an immune system if you don't eat well every day? So if you don't eat well, if you don't go out and take sun and do some exercise for a walk or a walk, then how would you have a good immune system? Even when I'm at home, I actually pace up and down the hallway. When I'm on a call, when I'm studying, when I'm listening to something, I'm pacing up and down as much as I can so that I can walk inside. If you don't have a big room, well, just 3 steps to one side, 3 steps to the other. Or you can do a squat, or you can jump. There's always a way to take some exercise. There's always, if you have a beautiful routine every day where you always have a gratitude time, where you always have an inspiration, something that you can feed off from, that gives you motivation. If you always have a moment to seek inside and have meditation or prayer, however you like it. It doesn't matter which religion, which faith you follow. If you have your inside time, your me time, to be inside and meditate on how you feel and what you need to do. And if you have some time to move and exercise, that will take care of your whole body. It will take care of your immune system, will take care of your mind, so that you can have clarity to make decisions, to take action, to reach out to someone, an idea, to create a person to think about and reach. You may not even know that if you call someone, that person needs to hear your voice. So reach out to someone. Just if you feel it, just reach out. There's phone, there's internet, there's many ways, a message, an email. There's so many infinite ways right now to connect with somebody else. We have text, we have email, we have WhatsApp, we have all kinds of messaging tools. We have Zoom calls, we have video conferencing, we have all kinds of things to connect with somebody else. Well, just take an action. Who knows what call and which person is going to tell you something that you need to hear, or that person is going to be happy or change their life because they're hearing something that you need to say. So that's very important. Thank you so much for everybody tuning in. We're here in live Songversation. My name is Neni Carolina Chacin. We're going to go for another half hour. Thank you everybody tuning in and sending messages. I really appreciate. Last weekend we did it in Spanish, and this weekend I'm doing it in English. We don't have a special guest. I didn't want to have it this weekend so that I will talk a little bit more about the things I have to say. So thank you so much for joining. If you want to know more about Songversation, there is a link. If you're on YouTube, people on Instagram, if you're on YouTube or Twitch or Facebook or Periscope, you can see the link right below, right here. You can follow me also on social media at Neni Chacin. If you want to hear more about this, more tips, more information, more ideas, more strategies for life and your business, you can follow me on Neni Chacin. And I also have lots of free resources available at chacin.com, chacin.com/COVID-19, where I have links to free coaching, links to different things that I've created for you, meditation, books. Actually, here are some of the books. Actually, thank you so much for those who have been buying. I've been receiving your messages. Thank you so much. This is a flower photography book where I take photos of all these beautiful flowers throughout all the world, my world visits. It's a photography with a little inspiration and motivational text below. Thank you so much. They're all available on Amazon, on Kindle, and also on paperback. And I also have the Neni's Healthy Fast Cooking book, also available on Amazon and as Kindle or paperback, of course. Thank you so much for all those who have been buying the books. Thank you so much. It really helps support me. And there are 30-something recipes over there, and I keep adding some. I'm going to be updating the book with more recipes that I've been creating lately. You know, many of you know that I'm a lot into food and the food industry. I love cooking. I love plating. I love preparing. I have many people that I follow on Instagram for plating and cooking in Germany, in France, in Italy. It's fantastic, and I love taking photography of the food already done. And when you take care of yourself, it doesn't have to be that you cook for someone that inspires you to cook. It could be something for yourself. I've learned to prepare and be inspired to prepare something really nice for myself and set up the plates so that I can also eat in a happy state. When we do every single one of our tasks and we prepare it in a nice way, for example, when we go to the bathroom and everything is nice and neat, when we go to our bedroom and everything is laid out, very beautiful, just for us to get in bed, when we go and set up a plate to eat, it's actually pleasurable, and that pleasure and that feeling makes you happier, in fact. So if you want to feel happier, why not set things in a beautiful way so that the eyes can actually enjoy the display? Because harmony is not so much harmony inside, but also harmony outside. When everything is clean, when everything is organized, there's no clutter. That's why Marie Kondo is very famous, because she declutters and she makes everything so beautiful and clean and harmonious. So that is why, hold on one sec. neighbor is scolding the children. Anyway, so when you prepare your environment in a proper way, you also get inspired. When you're eating some food, even if it's for yourself, I'm by myself in the house, but yet I take the time to prepare a beautiful breakfast and lay it out as if I am serving somebody else. I finally learned how to do that. I had a lot of trouble trying to that was one challenge that I had, because I was used to prepare something for somebody else, and it was very inspiring, and I had all this imagination, very creative, but as soon as I went to be by myself, I was like, n'importe quoi. But now I've learned to actually love myself and do everything that I wanted to do for someone, to do it for myself. So I am my own lover. So that is very nice feeling. And then you can also do that for yourself. Like, how would you like to be treated? Why don't you treat yourself that way? When you get dressed, every single day I take off my pajamas. Even during the pandemic, I take off my pajamas and I get dressed. I get dressed as pretty as I can, and I do my hair and I do my makeup, because it's for me. It's for me. So all these little actions that you do every day can make a difference in your life. I wanted to sing another song. I had these songs prepared actually, and I know that some people here, some people are going to say, it's just because we're here online that you're singing that. But no, in fact, I had prepared a set list for today. And today I'm going to sing another song that is dear to my heart, and called I Don't Know Why. I waited till I saw the sun. I don't know why I didn't come. I left you by the house of fun. I don't know why I didn't come. I don't know why I didn't come. When I saw the break of day, I wish that I could fly away. Instead of kneeling in the sand, catching teardrops in my hand, my heart is drenched in wine, but you'll be on my mind forever. Out across the endless sea, I would die in ecstasy, but I'll be a bag of bones driving down the road alone. My heart is drenched in wine, but you'll be on my mind forever. Something has to make you run. I don't know why I didn't come. Feel as empty as a drum. Don't know why I didn't come. I don't know why I didn't come. Don't know why I didn't come. Sometimes we're not ready for things that happen in our life. And sometimes we are. But those times when we feel that we're not ready, in fact, this time, whatever is happening in your life, this is where you're supposed to be. Sometimes we don't want things that happen in our life, and sometimes we do. But the truth is, the present moment is the only place where you discover your potential. The present moment is the only place that you need to be, and the only place that you can be. And whatever is happening, whatever happened, is what is. And we have to learn to love what is. Like Byron Katie says, love what is. She has a beautiful technique. Go check her out. Byron Katie, The Work. When we accept the present as the best moment to change our life, when we accept the present moment to take action, to recognize ourselves, is the only place where we can discover our potential. Hello, everybody. People that are sending messages, thank you so much for joining. So this is so, so, so important. Sometimes we are not ready to receive what we are getting. But in fact, whatever we're getting is what we need to be receiving because it's what is. And that present moment is the only place where you can discover your potential and change your life, because it's the only place where you can be aware. When you are aware and you get direction from someone, like a coach, or maybe something you read about, maybe a podcast, maybe some information that you're tuned into, and then you adapt right away, and then you practice whatever you're learning, you can transform your life. So that is very, very important. That's why the present moment and whatever comes to you is whatever needs to be coming so that you can learn. Being aware, get direction, adapt, practice, and transform your life. And this is actually just taking these little things from my coach, Jay Shetty, who was saying, adapt, be aware, get direction, adapt, practice, and transform your life. I always take direction from things that I learn from my coaches, from the books that I read, from the videos I study. But it only happens when I'm aware of the present moment. When I'm aware, I know what I need to read. I know what I need to focus. I know that I need to read certain books. I know that I'm missing this thing or I'm missing another thing. And so I get direction, either from a person, a book, a podcast, some information. I need to learn how to do this. And I go online and I get it, or I make a phone call and I get it. I need direction. If I can afford, I buy something. So every day I have about 3 coaches that I actually get information from. Not to mention before, when I had my triathlon coach and my vocal coach. Vocal coaches, for me, I have had many vocal coaches throughout my career. And they come and go. And right now, I have two vocal coaches that I'm working with. But everything in my life, it's about being aware of what I need, then trying to get direction from my inside, my instinct, and then getting confirmation from outside that from my coaches or from a mentor that is actually a good direction, and then adapting, implementing, and practicing. And immediately I see transformation. So if you want to optimize your life and automate your business, you should go there and get some information, get some help, get some coaching, for example. I do all the time. But it's only about being aware of the present moment and taking action, and only with those things that I said before, which is my daily practices, to be grateful, to have some inspiration, to do some me time, meditation or prayer, and to work out when I feel completely in all my capabilities as a human. I eat well, I drink water, I have my supplements, I move, I meditate, take care of myself first. The first thing I do in the morning is take care of myself. The exercise, the meditation, the yoga, the eating, the cleaning, the drinking, all of it, very, very, very me first. And then I start studying, learning, implementing and checking, connecting to someone if I have to connect. And then I start giving all afternoon. I start with my Songversation, and then I start the coaching, I start responding to emails and everything. So if you have this kind of routine, then you can definitely change your life. You can change your life every single day, but little by little. Another song I wanted to share is today. Today is a Songversation, is a longer version. Let me see here. Here. Let me find the song here. Here it is. Yes. So I wanted to sing this song as well for you. This is the first song. This is Songversation again. I'm Neni Carolina Chacin. And I do this every single day from Tuesday till Saturday. On Sundays, I have another group. That's a private group for my Genius coaching. And then I have another group on Mondays on my meetup.com and my Facebook group where we do meetings and we do something group coaching as well. If you want to participate in some of my Facebook groups, you can go to facebook.com/groups/Neni Chacin coaching, and you can actually join me there. It's for free. And I give exclusive information in those groups. And also my meetup group, my Live Your Dreams meetup group in Boston and Paris. And you can also join me there in meetup.com. And I do meetups, group coaching, free group coaching on Mondays there. The Facebook group and also in meetup.com. So that's very good if you want to join me. But I do these conversations every day, half an hour from Monday to Friday, some days in Spanish, some days in English, and on Saturday I do a more longer concert format. So just give you an idea. So the other song that I wanted to sing is called I Love You for Sentimental Reasons. This song is very special for me because there was a time when I was actually studying a lot of jazz and a lot of music by my favorite artists. One of my favorite singers was Natalie Cole. Natalie Cole was one of my idols, and I actually went to see her in Boston in the Pavilion. You know, she was lovely, beautiful voice. It's too bad we lost her, but she's in a different place. We don't know where she is. But Natalie Cole was very special to me because my mom used to have this album from Nat King Cole growing up, and she would play this album. There's all these jazz songs and boleros that Nat King Cole recorded in Spanish. And she would play this all the time when I was growing up, like maybe from 3 years old, 2 years old, 3 to 7. She would play this all the time. So I know every Nat King Cole song because I grew up with this music from the 70s, the jazz of the 70s. And then growing up, when I moved to Boston, I started to really study jazz and the vocalists. And I used to play Natalie Cole's Unforgettable City over and over and over until I imitated so well that I could sing just like her, every single nuance, every single thing. And by imitation, I was able to master more my vocal techniques, my vibrato, and everything. I didn't used to sing the way I sing now. If you hear some of my recordings that are all, by the way, they're all on the digital stores. If you hear some of my recordings, you'll hear the difference between my voice before and after. But after, it took a lot of imitation. The same thing is because it takes practice to know something. It takes practice and imitation. You imitate something and then you do it again and again and again. Then you make it your own. But it started with imitation. So this song was beautiful, and I did record it in one of my first jazz album, actually, that was done here in Boston in a studio called Clear Perceptions by an engineer called Adrian Hernandez. And I love this song. And it goes like this. I love you for sentimental reasons. I hope you do believe me. I'll give you my heart. I love you, and you alone were meant for me. Please give your loving heart to me and say we'll never part. I think of you every morning, dream of you every night. Darling, I'm never lonely whenever you're inside. I love you for sentimental reasons. I hope you do believe me. I've given you my heart. See? So when you practice and practice and practice, you can actually achieve a better voice, a better anything if you practice and practice and practice. When people hear me, when people see me, they actually cannot believe that I can sing this way. But it's just a matter of me opening the mouth, and then they're like, wow, why? Because there's prejudice of how you look and how you sound, right? But that's why I need to tell you that it doesn't matter how you look, your condition, where you come from. It doesn't matter anything. You can do anything you want as long as you are aware, get direction, you adapt, you practice, and it will transform your life. You see? It's all the same. It's all the same wisdom. The same wisdom. Get information from anything that you want to adapt in your life, that you want to learn. Then implement and practice. Try to imitate. For example, when you try to learn another language, you can just turn on the TV or a radio and try to imitate the sound and just say the same sound even if you don't understand it. With imitation, you'll be able to get the accent, get the pronunciation, for example. Same thing with the singing. With the singing, you can just hear a singer over and over again until one after the other, you can sound better. It'll be your own voice. My voice is not the same timbre as Natalie Cole's, but yet it's my own timbre, but all the different nuances, the feelings are in there. Another thing in life, when you hear it in my voice when I sing, is that you have to put it all. You have to put all your feelings, all your thought, your whole concentration. You need to learn how to concentrate and focus on one thing and do it intensely. When I coach, when I sing, when I speak here in Songversations, I am very much focused on giving you all of me. Not just my thought, my feelings, my body. Everything is focused on you and what I need to give. The same thing we can do with every action. When we sell a product, when we sell a service, when we do something at work, when we clean our house, when we wash ourselves, when we cook for ourselves, we have to put all our energy, everything in the moment. And you'll see that that is going to be better because the result of that action is going to be very much the most it can be in the moment. When I wrote this book, the cooking book, I wrote it intensely. Like I had all the recipes together and I'm like, I have to do it like, and I put it together. I knew for some time that I had to finish it, but they said, you know what? Even though I have not completed enough to make, look, it's thin. It's only 30 something recipes, but even though it's not like 100 recipes and it's not so thick for selling, I'm going to finish it. I put all my effort and I didn't stop until I finished. All my love and all my intention and all my effort went into finishing. The same thing I did when I wrote this book. I knew I had all the pictures collected. I knew the idea of putting it all together. I knew what I had to do. I knew the inspiration, and I had the layout. I knew the tools, how to use them, the editing tools to write the book. I knew the format. I had been studying book writing for some time with different courses and different things. I know a lot about it now. But it took 4 days to finish it. Okay, I'm going to finish it now. And I did, and I worked every single day for several days until I finished it. Until 1 o'clock. I said, I'll finish it, I'll publish. But everything, all my intention, all my energy, all my effort in there. So that's how we have to live life. If we don't live life intensely every moment, it passes you by like so lightly. And then you look back and say, I didn't live intensely. A pandemic is happening right now in the whole world. How do you want to live your life going forward? How do you want to experience life now that we are all in the pandemic and we have been asked to reflect on our life? What is meaningful? What is important? How our life can be completely changed, and I don't want to say destroyed, but the whole routine that we had planned, it was thrown out the window, right? So, how do we want to live in the future? How do we want to live the next day, today, tonight? You can only live right now, very intensely, and give all of you. Give all of you. Give all of you. I'm gonna sing this other song now that I'm. Give all of you, because that's the only way you can actually live, and then feel like you've given all of it, given all your effort, all your intensity, all your energy. All of me, why not take all of me? Can't you see I'm no good without you? Take my lips, I'll never use them. Take my arms, I want to lose them. Your goodbye left me with eyes that cry. Why can't I go on, dear, without you? You took the part that once was my heart, so why not take all of me? We have to give all of ourselves. I'm here to give all of me to you, to serve. I've been serving every single day since the pandemic started in April, the lockdown here in Boston. I've been giving every single day some time to reflect strategies and tools to change your life, because they changed my life. So I want to give all of it, all of me. And why can't you? Why can't you give all of you as well? When you give all of yourself, then people can feel it and receive it in a special way. And then you'll see that your life is worthwhile. That you see that your life is worthwhile because you feel satisfied that you gave all that you could give. You didn't hold back on your life. You didn't hold back on your effort. You didn't hold back on the love. You didn't hold back on anything, and you were not stopped by fear. You were not stopped by the fear of success or the fear of failure. Leave that behind. Yes, the pandemic has made us reflect on our mortality. What if we die? What if we die tomorrow? What if I get infected and die? What if I'm like in a hospital all of a sudden and we die? You know what? A lot of people in their lives have been changed. A lot of people had this situation. I had cancer in my 30s. I never thought I would. And I'm not afraid of dying anymore. I was confronted with my mortality. But yet, I'm not afraid. I said, did I live a good life? And then I put things in perspective. We're forced to put things in perspective right nowadays because of this pandemic, right? We're forced to look at our mortality as something that could happen right away, as something that can happen in any moment, that we can get infected, get in the hospital, and die right away. So use that energy, use that motivation, use that to say, I'm going to live my life the most I can live right now. I'm going to do what I need to do right now. I'm going to do what I mostly need to do. I'm going to write a book that I need to write, and you're going to have to do it a little bit every day. And I'm going to search how to write a book, or I'm going to move to a different place because this is not the place I want to be. And I'm going to have more abundance because the financial situation that I'm in is not the one I want. Because I'm depending on a job, and then I don't have any more a job, and then now I don't have any money to eat. So I need to change the way I finance myself. Maybe you need to diversify your finances. Maybe you need to invest in real estate, and then invest in the stock exchange, and invest in a farm, or invest in a business. Or maybe you need to invest in coaching so that you can get guidance on how to invest your assets. You need to diversify and connect. Diversify and connect. Because right now what we've learned, that if we had source from one single place, we have our source of our life from one single place, it can be cut off, and then we're left with nothing. So this is very important. How to take charge now that this situation has happened for all of us, and then do whatever it needs to happen, so that if a new pandemic happens, you're pandemic proof. How about that? How about that everything happens again, then you're ready. You have something, and you have a property that gives you money, and you have a job, a source of a job, something, a service or a product that you built, and you get money from there. And then you have something else that you do with another partner, maybe a business or something else. I have a diversity of income as well. I have property investments. I have my music and all the digital stores that gives me some little passive income as well. It's not so passive because I have to do something. I have to publish things. I have to market. I have to distribute the music. Nothing is effort-free. It takes effort. It takes always something. It takes an effort to do things. It takes an effort. It takes an action to do things. Nothing comes for free. Nothing comes for free. You have to give your time. You have to give your effort. You have to give your energy. Minimum. And you have to give some of your resources. You exchange something for something else, right? So that is why everything is so important, to diversify and connect with other people. Connect with somebody that you can maybe collaborate and create a new product. I am collaborating with one of our sponsors of Songversation, Yuki Masushita, an illustrator in Paris, and she's creating for me a beautiful workbook with a special thing that I'm going to give you guys access to. It's a special workbook with all the routines and things that you can do every day to get to your success. It's a little checklist of things that I've been preparing with you and in collaboration with Yuki, with illustrator in Paris. And that's another source, another income that I'm going to share with her, and she gets something and I get something. So don't be afraid to collaborate with others and share with other coaches, with other service and products, with other salespeople, with other coworkers. Create something new, even within the same company. Why don't you create something new and propose it to your boss? The more value you give, the more you're going to be recognized and given more value, given more resources. So that is also very important. So there you go. This is all the things that I wanted to leave you with today. If you want to know more about me and about my coaching services and about my real estate investment job and all my singing, you can go to automateyoursuccesscoaching.com, and there you can find all the resources, all the things that I do, the different things that I can offer to help you, to give you some value, to automate your business and optimize your life. And I hope that this conversation was really good for you, that gave you some value, that gave you some things to reflect on, that my music reached to your skin and did something in your heart and inside of you that will motivate you to take some action. Action. Now. Take some action. So what are you going to do again? What are you going to do today? What are you going to do this next week? Again, I will be in Songversation from next Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday again, 1 hour concert style. All right? So I may have a guest, maybe a surprise. So thank you so much for being here, and adapt, change, transform, practice. And I love you all. I send you kisses and hugs from Boston, from my little home. And send me a message or a comment or a question. Please share this video. Thank you so much for watching in the replay. If you're watching in the replay, send me a message. I reply every single message, every single comment. Of course, no negativity, negative things, I delete and ignore. So please, thank you so much for following. Like, again, you can follow me on social media as Neni Chacin. In every social media that there is. You can get some free resources at chacin.com/COVID-19. And you can get more info. And if you want to leave a donation, please do so at Venmo at Neni Chacin, or PayPal.me/Neni Chacin if you're so inclined to. It really helps. And thank you so much. And I hope I see you on Tuesday again. À la prochaine.